Hello, welcome to our new video. In this video, we will cover section 1 of A Guide to the Project Management's Body of Knowledge, 7th edition, which is Introduction.
Hello.
Mr. Izgi, can you tell us something about the content of PMBOK Guide, 7th edition, please?
Sure, Mr. Tekir. Although people say PMBOK Guide 7th edition, it consists of two different books. To be accurate, one should say the Standard for Project Management and A Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, PMBOK Guide 7th edition. The first book is the Standard for Project Management, and the second book is A Guide to the Project Management Body of Knowledge, PMBOK Guide 7th edition. They are not sold separately, but they are published together.
What is the difference between standard and guide?
A standard is a document published by an authority, custom, or general consent as a model or example. As an American National Standards Institute, NSI, the Standard for Project Management was developed. The standard identifies project management principles that guide the behaviors and actions of project professionals and other stakeholders who work on or are engaged with projects. It provides a basis for understanding project management and how it enables intended outcomes. This standard applies regardless of industry, location, size, or delivery approach. For example, predictive, hybrid, or adaptive. It describes the system within which projects operate, including governance, possible functions, the project environment, and considerations for the relationship between project management and product management. On the other hand, a body of knowledge describes the knowledge within a profession. The project management body of knowledge includes proven practices that are widely applied, as well as innovative practices that are emerging in the profession. It is constantly evolving. PMBOK Guide identifies a subset of the project management body of knowledge that is generally recognized as good practice. This edition focuses on delivering outcomes regardless of the approach used by the project team. Project practitioners using it also benefit from some level of understanding of how to deliver projects.
What are the chapters in the guide?
They are 1. Introduction, 2. Project performance domain, 3. Tailoring, and 4. Models, methods, and artifacts.
Why did we move to a performance domain-based guide?
In the previous edition, the inputs, tools and techniques, and outputs supported implementation of various processes used in project management. The shift from a process-based standard to the one based on principles necessitates a different approach for thinking about the various aspects of project management. Thus, the project performance domains represent a group of related activities that are critical for the effective delivery of project outcomes. The guide presents an array of commonly used models, methods, and artifacts that project practitioners can use to accomplish their work.
Now, let's see the changes in more detail. We see them on the screen now. Knowledge areas and process groups are removed, and principles and performance domains are added. As seen in the figure, there is a digital content platform in the website of PMI too. It is new and its name is Standards Plus. You can reach this platform from standardsplus.pmi.org. Mr. Izgi, can you explain the relationship of the two sections of the book, which are standard and guide?
Work in the project performance domains is guided by the principles of project management. As described in the standard for project management, a principle is a fundamental norm, truth, or value. The principles for project management provide guidance for the behavior of people involved in projects as they influence and shape the performance domains to produce the intended outcomes. While there is conceptual overlap between the principles and the performance domains, the principles guide behavior, while the performance domains present broad areas of focus in which to demonstrate that behavior. The figure on the screen shows how the project management principles sit above the performance domains, providing guidance to activities in each performance domain.
What are the changes to the guide?
This edition of the PMBOK guide focuses on delivering outcomes regardless of the approach used by the project team. However, project practitioners using the PMBOK guide also benefit from some level of understanding of how to deliver projects. This edition is very different from the inputs, tools and techniques, and outputs, ITTOs, from previous editions of the PMBOK guide. In the previous editions, the ITTOs supported implementation of various processes used in project management. The shift from a process-based standard to one based on principles necessitates a different approach for thinking about the various aspects of project management. Thus, the project performance domains represent a group of related activities that are critical for the effective delivery of project outcomes. There are 8 project performance domains in this guide.
Tailoring is emphasized more.
Yes, tailoring is the deliberate adaptation of the project management approach, governance, and processes to make them more suitable for the given environment and the work at hand. The tailoring process is driven by the guiding project management principles, organizational values, and organizational culture. In embracing the full spectrum of project approaches, this edition of the PMBOK guide recognizes that no publication can capture every tool, technique, or practice that project teams might use. Therefore, this edition presents an array of commonly used models, methods, and artifacts that project practitioners can use to accomplish their work.
Can you talk about the relationship to PMI Standards Plus?
Information in this guide is further elaborated on PMI Standards Plus, PMI's digital content platform. The digital platform encompasses current and emerging practices and other useful information related to PMI's library of standards products. It also includes practical examples of application within various contexts and industry segments. PMI Standards Plus evolved in response to advances and changes in how projects can be delivered. It offers a dynamic body of knowledge with real-time access and in-depth information that is aligned to PMI standards and carefully vetted by a panel of subject matter experts representing a wide range of expertise.
What is a project performance domain?
A project performance domain is a group of related activities that are critical for the effective delivery of project outcomes. Project performance domains are interactive, interrelated, and interdependent areas of focus that work in unison to achieve desired project outcomes.
What are the important properties of the project performance domains?
Performance domains run concurrently throughout the project, regardless of how value is delivered, frequently, periodically, or at the end of the project. For example, project leads spend time focused on stakeholders, the project team, the project lifecycle, the project work, and so forth from the outset of the project to its closure. These areas of focus are not addressed as siloed efforts because they overlap and interconnect. The ways in which the performance domains relate are different for each project, but they are present in every project. The specific activities undertaken within each of the performance domains are determined by the context of the organization, the project, deliverables, the project team, stakeholders, and other factors. The performance domains are presented in the guide without specific weighting or order.
Okay, we have reached the end of this video. Please subscribe to our channel and like our videos. Feel free to ask any questions or write comments under our videos. Goodbye.
Goodbye.